sentence. I'm gonna chase you down. I count that. That it is a sentence. That ends with a question mark. That ends with a question mark. That's a sentence, retard. So Trevor, let's look up hypermobility back pain. Also, wait, no, this is actually more important. Let's do this first. And then we'll do the prompt. So I've got an appointment for the Perkies soon, like this within the next week or whatever. And the point is that I think I'm gonna ask for an upgraded dose, and I need to know everything about that before I ask for it, so she can't catch me and being like, well, are you taking it for this reason? And then I actually fuck myself out of getting not only a higher dose, but being able to upgrade my dose or potentially even having a dose in the first place. Like, let's just do research on that. Let's see. Should you up your dose? What is it?
What should I look up?
Well, like, how would you interpret that question? Like, what, in other words, if you were in this exact situation, what would you look up? If you were in the situation of you want to go to 15 or 20 milligrams, and you know you're about to have to talk to your doctor about why you want that to happen, what would you look up?
I guess effects of higher doses.
Yeah, kind of, but it's not exactly what we want. It's more like, I guess this is what we're looking for: potential negative effects of raising, because that's what I want to be able to argue with her. If she's like, okay, well, these are the potential negatives. Or basically, if she says like, well, let's try Adderall XR first. Well, I want to be able to say like, well, from what I've seen, Adderall XR is going to last long enough where it's going to be difficult for me to take 2, and I'm still going to be left with the crash. Whereas if I do 15, then I can do 3 spaced out over each 6 hours, which is going to give me a more complete experience without a crash.
Yeah. So I mean, I see there's a list of side effects of negatives of it. Wouldn't you just go over those as far as the potential downsides? Like, no, I'm probably not going to go psychotic. No, I don't care about irritability or hyperactivity.
No, Trevor, this is what I expect when I walk in. I expect to walk in and be like, I want 15 milligrams. And I expect her to go, well, I can do 20 or 30, but there is no 15. That's what I expect. I expect her to be like, well, we could try 40 next if you want, and then we can skip to 80 after that. Like literally, I don't think she gives a fuck. I don't think she cares at all. But I want to know what if she does care. I need to be prepared for that situation. I can't walk in like a retard.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand? I'm not trying to actually learn the downsides. Like, I already know the downsides of taking more. It's like, withdrawal's going to be worse. It's basically the downside. It's like either you don't need it and you're chasing the high, which I'm not doing. You're chasing the euphoria. I never even got euphoria from this drug. So I know I'm not chasing that. So I know I'm not. I know I'm not doing that, and I'm comfortable with the potential withdrawal increase. So now the question is just, if she tries to catch me in a trap question, what is the knowledge that I need to learn to be able to be smarter than her?
Yeah. I'm looking up when to know when to up the dose.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Makes sense. I mean, like, it's just a gas in. Well, it's got hydraulics and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it is something else to work on. There's potatoes in the oven. Yeah. But
all right, here's some things that should
on the pumps and the hoses and the things and connections.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It says, you and your doctors will discuss whether the dosage is not giving enough therapeutic benefits, too many side effects, and over-responding. So essentially all you're going to say is, no, I'm not experiencing too many negative side effects. No, it's not over-responding, and it's not giving me enough of the therapeutic benefits because it's being reduced. So you need more.
Read the first part again.
Not giving enough therapeutic benefits, too many side effects, and over responding. So as far as she'll ask if there's any negatives, like no, there's no negative side effects, and no, it's not over responding. But I don't think it's doing enough so I want more.
You guys doing good? Yeah. Good day. Actually,
I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, it sounds like I have enough information, but it's also like, you think that until you're in there, and then you need to know.
Another thing I
that you
see is
don't
that
know.
like it's expected for you to up the dose, and that happens every few weeks. So as far as like, I don't know what she's gonna say exactly. Like that's expected that you're going to eventually up the dose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in other words, I expect to walk in and her being like, so 10's not enough, right? You think 20 or 30. You know what I mean? Like, I literally, like, I think she's going to ask me how much I want to up. Like, I don't think there's going to be any pushback. I think,
Yeah.
if anything,
I mean,
she's
I
going to
would just
already
try and
accept-
focus on the reasons as to why right now you think what you have is not enough. That will probably be what she asks. So know the reasons why. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to look it up online, but just notice like it's not happening. Like what I am expecting it to do is just not happening. It's just not doing enough than what I want. And I don't know if she's gonna like give you a full multiple choice question on it.
Well, no, the big thing is that it's doing what I want. It's not. There are periods of the day where it doesn't, and I think the third one is going to help more of the day be.
As far as explaining to her, you would explain it using that language that it's just not doing enough for you right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get that. What my version of that is, what I plan to say is, and this is the truth, is 10 works, but there's a crash at the end of the day, and there's a period at the beginning of the day where I don't feel like taking it. And I feel like if we took half a perky when I woke up and then half a perky a couple hours before I went to sleep, then I would get a more smooth, consistent experience. That's my hypothesis.
I see a forum that asks, how do you know if you need a higher dose? Someone says, just tell the doctor what the problem is. Don't say you need more. Just say that what you're taking helps you. I guess to this person helps them in the morning, but not in the afternoon or evening. So in your case, just describe the specific scenario.
Okay, so yeah, just be like, it doesn't affect me for enough of the day. And then, okay, I guess this is the only other thing I want you to know. Look up downsides of Adderall XR versus IR.
And XR and what are?
IR. It's instant release and extended release. Even though extended actually starts with an E, I don't know why they did that.
Snookies, really?
I see a list of downsides for Adderall XR. And I'll bring up an article for Adderall XR versus IR, understanding the differences.
What did I say?
Here, I'll just link you the article.
If you're reading it anyways, just tell me the important parts.
Okay, it says short answer, Adderall IR immediate release has a shorter duration of action and requires multiple doses throughout the day, whereas Adderall XR lasts up to 12 hours and only needs to be taken once a day. XR may be preferred for longer lasting symptom control, while the other is more flexibility in dosing.
No. I know. Downsides.
Downsides of XR, insomnia, heart palpitations, should be taken in the morning. High potential for dependence abuse. Shouldn't do it if you have heart conditions. Initial doses of adderall should be decreased if you have a severe kidney disease, psychiatric disorder. Okay. May increase seizure, palpitation, depression. Sounds like everything that you could think that a medicine could negatively possibly do, as they all say. It sounded like every single drug on the planet is like, well, it might give you psychosis and it might kill you, but you should probably take it.
Honestly,
So if you want an excuse as to why you didn't want to take IR, what excuse would you go with? 'Cause it sounds to me like maybe just say, from what I've heard online, more people seem to have negative reactions to X5. We'll probably just do it. Like, that probably doesn't have to be correct. I can just say, I've heard, from what I've